Okay, Christian professionals, this is Diamond Brown of DLP Clothing Solutions, and I am at part 3, which is actually says 4. Let's change that really quick. Let's change this. We are at part 4 of our personal branding. There we go. So I'm excited to bring you part 4 of personal branding for career success. And if you've been following along, we've had part 1, 2, and 3 about what personal branding is. And we start off telling you two or three ways each time that you can boost your career success with personal branding. And with this 4th iteration, we're going to talk about how personal branding highlights your expertise and how personal branding puts you in charge of the narrative. So there is going to be an article that's going to accompany this video that's going to be on my website. So if you want to learn more about these 2 topics, please check out the video and check out the article, excuse me. And if you're a Christian professional and you want to learn more about your role as a Christian professional in the workplace, please check out my free ebook so you can learn more about how to be a Christian professional in the workplace. So personal branding for career success, part 4, highlighting your expertise. So when you begin to implement your personal brand, you're going to be putting out posts. You're going to be putting out, you may start a podcast. You're going to be putting out articles. You're going to be putting out white papers, all in the process of implementing your personal brand. You're going to be putting out content to the world. And your goal with that is to make sure that content is highly valuable and that it's shared and that it's liked and it's brings sales. Like if you write a book on a particular topic within your career field and you become a New York Times bestseller, of course you are highlighting your expertise and that brand is really working for you. I'm sure within your career prospects, it is opening up several doors for you if you have a great podcast or a book that's a New York Times bestseller. So as you are implementing your personal brand for career success, you want to make sure that you're putting out the best content that you can to share what you believe is most valuable within your career field and something that would be received favorable within the world. Being true to who you are. So we know that there's a number of movements out in the world, but as long as you are authentic to who you are, there is someone out there who's going to resonate with what you're putting out to the world. So one way that personal branding can boost your career is when you put up that valuable content, when you put in the hard work, that it's going to work for you. It'll work for you personally, whether you've sold things or shared things and been able to network and develop relationships, but it also will work for you career-wise because you'll be able to, like I've always mentioned, speak about this personal brand and what you have to offer. And it also is something, hey, you published a book or you run a podcast. Those things are all really great ways of boosting your career and setting yourself apart. The next way that personal branding is great for career success is that it puts you in charge of the narrative. So there are people who are going to, whether you're really active on social media or not active at all on social media, there are going to be people who are going to be creating narratives about you, about who you are, what you do. And when you carefully determine what you put out to the world, your content, you are creating the narrative. That's very careful and it's a very smart way of doing things. Even for me, as I'm putting out information, I have to make sure that, it aligns with my values. It aligns with who I am and what I want the world to know about me. I'm a mom and I have a daughter. And I'm still kind of figuring out how I want the world to know about my daughter and know about my struggles as a new mom. So, but during this time, I'm sharing so much about career because although being a mom is a big part of who I am right now, I'm focused on being a coach, the best coach that I can be. So although that's something that's very important to me and very in the forefront of my day, you will see nothing about babies, nothing about motherhood in these posts, in these types of videos, because the focus here is clearly about personal branding and career coaching and emotional wellness coaching, all things that I do professionally. So that's what personal branding does. It puts you in charge of the narrative. It's putting you in the driver's seat to determine what others are going to say about what you put out to the world. You can't manage everything, you can't control everything, but when you carefully determine your content, you are creating the narrative around your personal brand. So those are the next two tips that I have for how personal branding can help your career success. I hope that this video was inspirational and it spurred your curiosity to either read the article or to find out more about DLB Coaching Solutions. All right, Christian professionals, that's all. And I'll see you guys in part 5. Take care.